should be live now. Shit should be working, finally. Okay, we're gonna hop right in. Wait, what do we have in box?
Looks like it.
Nothing relevant.
No more crashes and free 1,500 gems.
Yep.
God, these fire so fast.
Yeah.
I'm curious what they did for their server solution, because it's got to be getting wrecked. Ooh.
Yeah.
Genova's good.
Okay, what does Genova do? I don't think I've actually seen this on the battlefield.
Draws lots of cards.
Equal to its power on target mutant. And then whenever a mutant dies, you draw cards equal to its power. Oh, wait, I have seen this once. It was very good.
Yeah, it is solid.
I assume that
it locks you into green-black. But it's, I mean, green-black is an excellent pairing, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's kind of a slam dunk, right?
Yeah, we'll take it.
Like, Shiva's fine, Phantom Train's fine.
Yeah, there was nothing else exciting in, like, the uncommons. I'm sure some of the uncommons get over it.
Yeah.
And I do like Shiva, but
I don't know.
Not that
Nova's very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, probably like
I actually think Genova's possibly like a top 10 card for the set.
Maybe.
For limited.
What do we have here?
There's a whole lot of not green and black in the rare and uncommon slots.
Yeah, but none of them are particularly exciting anyway.
Yeah, this feels like a Sephiroth's intervention to me. Like, the only pivot really would be the Valkyrie aerial unit, but
yeah,
I don't see that.
No. Aerith just can't catch a break.
Undercity Diret. That's true. I played against a guy at the pre-release who had Sephiroth, Aerith, and Sephiroth's intervention in his deck. I was like, so you're going for ultimate sadness, huh?
Okay.
A
couple cards I like. What are we taking here?
I think the best card of the pack is Ultros, but again, I don't think it's good to pivot at this point because the Lamb 2 Rexar is an excellent green anyway, and Demon Wall is also very good in our colors.
Which one?
Theoretically, splashing Black Waltz could be okay, but for me, Demon Wall, like, I think you just want to be able to survive to get to Genova. Because if you stick Genova, you're probably going to win. So I think Demon Wall goes a long way to that. Plus, that's a lot of cards to draw off of for no mana if your Demon Wall dies once it's a mutant.
It's also like a must-kill in the late game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy to take a Demon Wall. So Colosseum Behemoth does do stuff. It's expensive.
I'll be honest, I haven't been super impressed with Colosseum Behemoth. I just don't know that the investment is worth what you get.
Yeah, especially when you
I don't think it's bad
instead.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think it's bad, and I definitely think it's worth considering. But for me, the conversation here is probably between Prisha's Wanderings and Undercity Diret.
Yeah. I mean, this is a way to get this to 2 power.
That's true. Yeah. Pumping Genova is very good. Yeah, I mean, Prisha's Wanderings and then try and go for the top end.
Yeah.
That seems good.
I mean, Reach the Horizon, right?
Yeah, I feel like that's a pretty slam dunk pick right there.
Yeah. I feel like I see this card super late all the time.
Yeah, people don't know what they're doing.
Yeah. 2 lands is good.
Yeah.
It also feels like a late Rydia's
Uh,
return.
Yeah, this one's interesting. Rydia's
Would you
return
rather
is
have
kind of slow, but it
Town
is
Greeter
good.
with what we already have?
Mm.
Like, putting on counters on it
I think
is
Poison the
definitely a thing. Oh, wait, I didn't even realize there was another card here.
Yeah, Poison the Waters I think is underrated, but it is kind of niche. It could be Town Greeter here. I don't know. This one's tough.
Probably the Poison the Waters, just because we're building a more defensive deck. And cleaning up hero
Yeah, I
tokens
agree.
can be nice.
Definitely.
Here we could take a Town Greeter, though.
Well, there is also Fight On,
I would rather pick up
which I think is a
before we
legitimate discussion.
take Fight-Ons.
That's fair.
Like, have the mill before we actually commit to a card that gets stuff
Yep.
back from the graveyard. Plus, this is also just good with Genova, just like guaranteeing you hit your land drops to it and then putting a counter on this. Sure, it's only 2 cards, but it makes the Town Greeter an actual card on the battlefield. Not much here.
Well, controversial opinion on this one. Blitzball Shot is more interesting in this deck than it is in other decks because you can pump your Genova pre-combat and then put a fuckload of counters on something.
Yeah.
That said, it's like not an insane card, but it is an interesting synergy.
It's also the only card in our colors. We can just let somebody else get the good white card. Here we do want the Dire Rat, though.
I think Nature's Claim is extremely underrated. I think it's playable in every deck. It destroys stuff in literally every deck.
I'll be honest.
I think people bypass the Through the Ages cards a lot.
Yeah. Well, Black Green Land is nice.
That's a great town pickup.
And I would rather have the Crossroads Village.
Yeah, Leopard Scout sucks.
Yep. Would you rather have an Adventurers Inn or a World Map?
That's a tough one. If this stays green-black, I actually think Adventurers Inn is fine to pull off of Precious Wanderings or Reach the Horizon in a pinch.
Yeah.
This one's definitely instant ramen for sure.
Oh, sorry.
You're so ridiculous. Wow. Last pick, Iridia's returned.
Yeah, that's
really
wild.
lucky. This one's going to be a tough choice.
Yeah, there's a couple of cards in here. I feel like I just want the Gardener, though.
I think that's probably what I would take as well. Although Side Quest Hunt the Mark is an excellent card. I also think Aramon is very, very good as well.
It is very good.
Considering that we have a 4-mana bomb, getting to that on turn 3 is really important.
Yeah. Plus, the extra mana just goes a long way in your, like, get stuff back from the graveyard deck.
Definitely. I pick Ubu Gardener over basically every green common and uncommon, except for
what is this?
Torgal, which is just better. Deadly Dispute?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Not bad.
Not better than Side Quest Hunt the Mark. But the question is, Hekdai's, Balam, T-Rexar are both also very good.
I think I want the T-Rexar with all the ramp we already have.
That's fair. Yeah. Side Quest Hunt the Mark is very, very good, but
I also feel like there's
getting
enough
your
cards
lands
here we're
under
getting
you?
one of these back anyway.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, especially with the other
Imagine
cards.
wheeling both the side quests.
Yeah, right? That's a Midgar.
Oh, interesting.
But would we rather have...
Interesting.
I don't know what to pick here.
We're pretty short on removal right now. So I think Chocobo Kick is the right call.
Look like that. Oh, actually, you know what happened? Is it highlighted
Good
it
thing.
because it was low on time, and I went to click it to make it so it would be the default. I guess the game thought this is what I needed,
Yeah.
so we'll end up with it.
And this Dragoon's Lance is so late.
Yeah. I mean, the final days doesn't look
I
bad
think
in
final.
the deck.
Yeah, Final Days is great, especially with the incidental mill that we have.
Yep. Especially if we can pick up more town graders.
Yeah.
Cornered by black mages.
I haven't been super impressed with that card, but so the question is that, or do we like try to lock in a potential white splash for the future? Like if you open Squall or something.
Yeah. Well, we could also just take the Crossroads Village, and that gets us whatever splash we want. But
That's
I feel
true.
like
That's true.
when we already have a Poison the Waters as a way to clean up small things, I think the Cornered by the Black Mages gets better.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's fair.
Dark Knight's Greatsword is pretty good.
I'm a big fan. I think people underrate that card a lot.
It's quote free to equip, and like we can equip that the same turn we play Genova.
Yeah. And
So,
I mean, it just makes big power stuff. So like Genova, throwing it on Genova is obviously amazing, putting those around, but having it on something else also draws you a load of cards. So
yeah, it also like putting it on a town grader makes that a real card. Okay, do we want a second one?
that or Vanille.
What does this one do?
I do think Vanille is better. It's a Eternal Witness.
Okay, but it melts 2 cards? Yeah, I think we take that.
Yeah. Also, outside possibility of getting a Fang later, and you would definitely play that for the potential meld. So
yeah. I think we take the Dire Rat over the Trader.
100%.
Yeah. Oh, well, we got the Aharam.
It's also a super.
It's a super
late
slash
Gladiolus. But
and Gladiolus. Yeah, no, both. What are both of these doing here? I don't think people realize this counts equipment.
Yeah. Aramon is one of the best black commons, though. I can't believe it's going so late. Hectize is great, too. And this deck looks great.
And a limit break. Less exciting, but...
Yeah.
Well, at least they're...
I mean, it's good.
That's a Black Mage's Rod.
Apparently, these colors are open. Elixir.
Got the unexpected request anyway. Not much for us here.
Yeah.
I think we just take this because we have the self-mill.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I think an argument could be made for Blitzball or Town Greeter here, but I do think that ATM is underrated.
Yeah. 6 mana 6/5 you can get back from the graveyard. And we're
Super Menace,
ramp, so yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully the Town Greeter comes back. Oh, there's a Fang.
Ooh, so... Hey, look at that. And the nice thing is that there's nothing else in this pack.
Yeah, no.
So it's easy to justify.
Yeah. And we have plenty of ways to remove cards from our graveyard, so...
Yeah. That's awesome. Hopefully we get to Ragnarok.
Yeah. Vigilance, Menace, Trample, Reach, Haste. Destroy target permanent and return target non-legendary permanent card from graveyard to the battlefield. That does a lot.
It does.
So we're not particularly good at raising chocobos.
It's true. But chocobos are just good on their own. Yeah. But Final Days is really good. So... Yeah. I guess it is curve dependent. Although it looks like we have a ton of 2s. So
Oh, we have a ton
Final
of
Days
2s.
is probably. Yeah. I know what I want.
What do you want?
So Circle Power's fine.
Yeah.
It's not like an insanely good uncommon, but I love Fat Chocobo. I think that card is so good.
Yeah, I think it's the Fat Chocobo.
Yeah. I mean, Black Mage's Rod is also good, but like the correct pick there might be Circle of Power, but I mean, I wish that we had more birds.
Yeah, kind of wish we had that
Yeah.
Raise a Burb card.
We do have Fat Chocobo.
Is it just Fat Chocobo?
Yeah, for now. We might get some of those birds back on the wheel. And honestly, there's like Reno Root is terrible.
We have enough playables already anyway. So like even if this just
to speculate
ends up in our sideboard. There's another Fat Chocobo.
But there is a Demon Wall.
There is a Demon Wall.
Extremely late. But Bart's and Boko. Ugh.
We already have a Demon Wall?
It's true.
Yeah, fuck it. Plus giving trample to our things with Dark Knight's Greatsword is good. There's another Fang.
Wow. This might actually be a viable meld deck.
I mean, I'm going to take it.
Yeah. I mean, absolutely.
And there's not really
that Phantom
anything
Trade
else
is
here.
crazy late.
Yeah.
I think that card's insanely underrated.
Blitzball is the only card we could play, but I don't think it's making the deck.
It might. I don't know. It is good ramp.
In this situation, do you actually take a card or do you take the basic land? It'd be nice to the people next to you.
Oh, man. I don't like being nice to the people next to me. I think Coral Sword or Light of Judgment are the better cards. Holy crap.
Okay, we got both.
I mean, that's...
and we got the Black Mage's Rod.
Wow.
Okay, we're definitely cutting some cards.
This deck has a serious issue, and it is way too many playables.
Yeah. Okay, let's switch to this view. We'll figure out
the one thing I'll say is that this deck is very, very removal light, which gives me anxiety.
Well, we have the Bart's and Boko. That's almost removal.
Yeah.
Don't think we need the Blitzball. God, what are we cutting?
We need, what, 5 or 6 cuts?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, wait, more than that, because we need to get down to 23. Jesus, 9 cuts?
9 more cuts.
8 or 9?
I think we just cut the Blitzball shot. We have other ways.
Yeah, we can't fuck around with that.
Although, combat tricks do sometimes function as removal, but I don't think that's what this deck is about.
Yeah.
Death Touch can also kind of act like removal.
Yeah.
I think remove the
argument
train.
for Yeah, I guess there aren't a ton of good synergies here. It's definitely better in the white-black deck, but
yeah.
Seven more, 6 more. Or 7 or 8. 7 or 6, that's what it is, yeah. 16. Wow, there's still a lot of good cards.
We can kind of get away with 16 lands with the ramp we have. And
I think so.
Forest cycling. And
Yeah, I think so.
The lack of removal makes me want to keep in the Nature's Claim just to deal with the equipment that make the heroes scary.
Yeah, I mean, I think Nature's Claim is just premium removal anyway.
Yeah.
Because, like, it kills a lot of creatures by just leaving behind a 1/1, which is nothing.
I think we cut Vincent's Limit Break.
Yeah, the only issue is short on removal, and that is a
Kind of
combat
removal.
trick that acts
Yeah.
very... Yeah.
We do
Kinda
have a
short
decent
on-
amount of spells for the Black Mage's Rod, but I kind of feel like we could cut one of those.
Yeah, I think so. I was just about to say, is like, it doesn't feel like we're super spell heavy. Like, and we're also like very heavy on twos.
But I kind of like the other twos that we have.
Yeah. It's possible Radia's Return is a late game card that we don't really need necessarily, because our late game is going to be dominated by Genova and Final Days and making a Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Which theoretically should win anyway.
And we have like plenty of ways to take advantage of the South Mill between the Final Days and the ATM.
What is it? 4 more if we're playing 16?
Yeah. We still have to cut 4 cards. Although on the subject of Rydia's return, it's good with the Final Days. Giving them all +3/+3.
I think it's only 2 creatures, right? Rydia's Return? 2 creatures get +3/+3?
That was... No, it's creatures you control.
Oh, it's just creatures you control? Okay,
it's
yeah.
overrun without trample. Although...
Yeah. No, not
we can make our own overruns.
It's true, it's true. I don't know. I think a ton of 2/2s probably do it on their own.
Yeah.
Man, I'm super concerned about the lack of removal, but I do think Cornered by Black Mages is the worst card in the deck at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah. So what? We cut that. We don't really have much reach either, do we? So flyers.
It's tragic, but Fang is legendary.
Cards leave your graveyard.
Yeah, you almost want to keep Rydia's Return in if you're going heavy on Fang, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Do we cut another
Poison the Waters
I
might...
feel like we cut...
You think Limit Break?
Yeah. I think we're just wanting to spend our mana each turn and
I'm
not
very concerned
necessarily
about lack of removal.
hold up instants. Hmm. Yeah, maybe we cut one of the fangs.
Yeah, I think that's probably right. Um, so it's at least one more if we take out the limit break and cornered by black mages.
Yeah.
Well, I think from my perspective, the cards that are in discussion for the final cut, if we just do one more, are Black Mage's Rod, Poison the Waters, Dark Knight's Great Sword, Reach the Horizon, and ATM. I think all of the others are kind of locked in my mind.
Yeah, I'd be okay with cutting the Black Mage's Rod.
I think especially since you just cut 2 or 3 other
Spells, yeah.
instants and sorceries. Yeah.
We could cut the Reach the Horizon. Like, we could cut both of these and bring back in the Return.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Because Rydia's Return covers the late game anyway.
Yeah, and just
Like, it's probably better
lower
than
down our
either of
curve a
those
little
cards.
bit. And then this way we play 17 lands. And then sure, we're short on removal, but like Rydia's Return can just kind of like win a game out of nowhere when we are behind on like creatures. Not number of creatures, but like creature quality to make up for the poor removal. Well, disconnected for some reason. Am I still connected to the internet? Can you hear me? Did I never start my stream? My stream says it's going. Did my internet die? Hello? Oh, my internet just died, didn't it? Weird. Yeah, I feel like my internet just died. Is my stream live? Is my stream live? Yeah, my stream is still live. That's so weird. Yeah, my stream is still live. That. Can you hear me now? Discord just made a ping like it fixed itself. Why? How is my stream still working?
I can hear you.
Oh, you can hear me now? This is so weird because like half my stuff wasn't working and half of it isn't. Oh no, my stream doesn't want to load. Can you still hear me, or did it go
Oh.
out again?
Almost. Got a robot.
I'm roboting?
Yes, but you're very robot.
Oh, damn. I might need to just
Yeah.
restart my internet real quick. Wait, how many do we need? Am I still a robot?
Robot. Yes, but you're very.
That was very clear.
Wait, what was very clear? Why does it seem to be a delay? RTC connecting. Yeah, I think I just need to unplug